Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Predict Football Show. This is the over 2.5 section that I'm about to deliver to you once more. Last weekend was a little bit unfortunate for us in the sense that we missed out on winning 2 of the 5 games in which I gave out here. Ended up not playing up to, having up to 3 goals in it. The games involving Volendam and Twente, as well as the game involving Paderborn and Hanover, shockingly didn't have up to 3 goals in them. They both respectively had only 2 goals, missing out on the third and vital goal, which would have made us to boom and win the 11 odds of last week. But here I am about to give you 12 odds that I really believe that will play come this particular weekend. These games have been carefully selected, and I believe that all 5 of them will play, and they will have at least 3 goals in them, if not more, come the end of this weekend. Coincidentally, actually, all 5 of these games are all going to be played on Saturday, so do not forget to stake on them immediately you see this video. So I'm gonna head straight into these games one by one. So I begin with the game from the French Ligue 1, the game involving Marseille versus Toulouse. Marseille are in good form currently. They are coming back from a successful Champions League match day against a certain Newcastle. They won that game. They also won their previous game in the league against a certain Nice, and this game I think they will also win it as well. I think Marseille on their own will score up to 3 goals, and I think their opponents have the likelihood of also scoring in the game, so maybe a 3-1 win for Marseille against Toulouse. Marseille have played the games involving Marseille. Have played the last 6 games involving Marseille. 4 of them have had at least 3 goals in it, and I think this game is another game in which a game that involves Marseille will have at least 3 goals in it. I don't think it will disappoint us come this weekend. Their home form also is very good. Out of the 6 games they played at home this season, 5 of them have had at least 3 goals in it, and the only game in which they didn't have up to 3 goals in it was the game against a very, very good PSG side, the game where they won 1-0 against PSG. So I think this game will be a game that has over 2.5 goals in it. The next game on my best sleep is a game in the German Bundesliga, and the game involving Hoffenheim versus Augsburg. Hoffenheim are really in good form. They're in hot form. They are currently 7th, and they will be going into this game really, really confident, knowing that they have form on their side, and I think this game is a game that will have up to 3 goals in it. I think this game involves both sides scoring. There's a likelihood that Hoffenheim wins. I'm not certain of that though, but I think that both of the sides score each other, and at least one of them scores 2 goals in the game. It may be Hoffenheim. I think it will be Hoffenheim scoring at least 2 goals, and then Augsburg scoring 1 goal or even more. But I think this game is a game that has at least 3 goals in it. So that's that for that. And the next game on my best sleep is a game involving Fortuna Sittard versus Heracles. This game is the game from the Netherlands, the Dutch league, the Eredivisie. This game has the potential of scoring at least 3 goals in it as well. If you have noticed so far, if you've actually gone along with me so far on this journey, you would have noticed that Heracles are a team that I usually go to when I'm looking for goals over 2.5 goals, because they usually deliver. So far, their games in the league, they have over 90% of the games they've played in the league so far. They've been involved in the league so far. I've had at least 3 goals in it, and I think this game is another match in which they will have at least 3 goals in it. Looking at their form as well, the last 6 consecutive or even more games that Heracles have been involved in have had over 2.5 goals in it. And then Fortuna Sittard, on the other hand, of the last 10 games they've been involved in, they've had nothing less than 3 to 4 of those games having over 2.5 goals. But the major factor here for me is Heracles, and I think the fact that they're involved in this game almost guarantees that there will be at least 3 goals in this game. So an over 2.5 goals between Fortuna Sittard versus Heracles. So I've mentioned 3 games, and now I have 2 more games to bring to you. So the next game on my best sleep is a game involving Coventry City versus a certain Charlton Athletic. Charlton Athletic, well, they lost their last game against Stoke City, and I think this game is another game in which they'll lose. I do not see them having any other results come the end of this particular game. Coventry wins this game, and wins this game for me comfortably. I think this game maybe end up being a 3-0, 3-1 win for Coventry. But nonetheless, I'm not here to talk about who wins or who loses. I'm here to talk about just goals. So I'm going to stick with that and say that Coventry versus Charlton Athletic is a game that will produce at least 3 goals in it. So over 2.5 between Coventry City and Charlton Athletic. And let's not forget that Coventry have a really, really good home form. They've scored at least 3 goals in 4 of the 6 games. The last 6 games they've played at home this season, and I think that this game is another game where they have the potential of scoring up to 3 goals in their home game. But nonetheless, whether they're the ones that score all 3 of the goals, or Charlton Athletic chip in with their own goals, because Coventry also do concede. They are known for also conceding even if they score a lot by themselves. So I think this game will end up having at least 3 goals in it. So and over 2.5 between Coventry City and Charlton Athletic. So the next and final game on my best sleep is a game involving Luzern versus Winterthur. So Winterthur the sides that are lesser placed than Luzern, and I think that this game will have them battling it out against each other. But nonetheless, but whoever wins, I will not really want to put much attention to that. But I think this game has the potential of having both sides scoring at least 2 goals each against each other. If you look at the head-to-head record, you see that almost every game they've played in the last 2-3 seasons have had at least 3 goals in it, some of them up to 4 goals. And then looking at Luzern's current record, the last 6 games they've been involved in has had at least 3 goals in it. And then Winterthur, on the other hand, 5 of the last 6 games that they've been involved in have had at least 3 goals in it. And I think this game is perfectly matched up to have at least 3 goals in it, because these 2 sides respectively have, regularly had up to 3 goals in the games involving them. Now coming together playing against each other, I think they also have up to 3 goals in this game. So these were the 5 teams that I think that will play up to 3 goals, which is over 2.5. So a very, very quick recap. The game involving Marseille versus Toulouse in the French League, having over 2.5. The next game I think which will have over 2.5 is the game in the Bundesliga, the game involving Hoffenheim versus Augsburg. The next game is the game involved between Sittard and Heracles, which is in the Eredivisie. The 4th game on my sleep is the game between Coventry City versus Charlton Athletic. And the final game I have on my sleep that I think will play over 2.5 is a game between Luzern and Winterthur, which is in the Switzerland League.